Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Stephan's Spectacular Science. For this week, we are going to need some empty water bottles, we're going to need some vegetable oil, we're going to need some food coloring, we're going to need some warm water, and some Alka-Seltzers for our first one. For our second experiment, we're going to need some milk, we're going to need food coloring, we're going to need our napkins, like so, and we're going to need a pan or a plate so that we have somewhere we can pour our milk. And for our final one, we are going to need Ziploc baggies, ones that have the zipping lock like so. We're going to need baking soda. We're going to need more tissue paper or paper towel. We're going to need vinegar. We're going to need a little bit of warm water and maybe a container. That's what we're going to need for today, so let's get started. So first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to unscrew our bottle. Second, using some water, we're going to fill our water bottle about halfway full. Like so. Next, we're going to take our food coloring, and we can use that to create a nice color. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll let our colors mix. Dun, 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 dun. Like so. I'll add a little bit more green, because I like that turquoise color. While that mixes up inside there, we can take our vegetable oil and we can very carefully use that to fill it up so that the bottle is probably 3/4 of the way full. There we are. Make sure to replace your lid so you don't accidentally knock your vegetable oil all over the floor. So now we have the base for our lava lamp. We have our colored liquid in the bottom, we have our oil on the top. Next we're going to take our Alka-Seltzer tabs. We're going to open the box, and in this, the Alka-Seltzers that we have, they come in 2 in a package, so we'll just rip the package in half, and we'll use one of these tablets at a time. So first thing you want to do is you want to break your tablet into 2, and then you want to break that piece into 2, and then you want to break those pieces into 2, so you have 8 pieces altogether of Alka-Seltzer tab. Next, why don't we drop some Alka-Seltzers inside and see what our reaction is. 1, 2 Alka-Seltzers in. Do we see any reaction yet? I see a little bit of a reaction. Let's add a couple more Alka-Seltzers. The more Alka-Seltzers that we add, the more bubbles that we get in our lava lamp. So while that one goes, why don't we try out another one? My bottle fell down. So we'll do this one a different color. So we'll fill it up with water. Then we'll take our food coloring. This one I'll make a different color. We'll do maybe red. Will look good. Then we'll take our vegetable oil. And then we can take our Alka-Seltzer, break it up into 4s, and this time let's drop it all in at the same time, just to see what our reaction will be from that one. And that is our Alka-Seltzer lava lamp. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, for our milk and food coloring experiment, this is how we're going to have to do it. We're going to take our milk and we're going to pour it into the bottom of the pan like so. Make sure we have a nice even layer in the bottom of the pan. Yeah, just like that. Then we're going to take some of our coloring and we're just going to drop it in like so. We'll do some blue. We'll do some green. Let's put some yellow in. And finally, you know, it's never a color party without some red. Now here's the part of the experiment that gets pretty crazy. We're gonna take our napkin, like so, and we're gonna roll it up the best that we can into a little tube shape, like that. Then we're gonna fold it in half again so that we have a nice little. And we're gonna dip it into our soap so that there's a little bit of soap on the end. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put that directly in the middle and watch what happens. Every time we touch an area where there's food coloring, the food coloring breaks away and swirls in a whole bunch of different brilliant patterns. They look kind of like our crystal egg geodes, actually, if you look at it a little closely. Let's try it again. So first we'll pour our milk. Then we will drop our color. And then we can take our Q-tips, like so, and we can place them in different spots to create different reactions in different spots. As opposed to where the napkin, we just drop it all in one spot and it makes one reaction. And that is our milk and food coloring experiment. Alright folks, here we have all the ingredients for our quick release explosion. So first we're going to take our napkin and we're going to put 2 tablespoons of baking soda, my bad, inside the middle of the napkin, like so. Big pile. Then we're going to take each corner and fold it to the middle. Like that. And then we're going to take each of these corners and we're going to fold them in as well. So now we have a little package that looks like that, filled with our baking soda. Next we're going to take our Ziploc bag and we're going to open it up and put about halfway full of the bag with vinegar. Maybe a little less. So the next part's a little tricky. You're going to take your package and you're going to put it inside, but don't let it touch the vinegar yet. You're going to try and carefully hold it through the side while you close the bag with your other fingers. So kind of like so. Can you see I'm pinching it through the bag? Because as soon as the bag touches the vinegar, the reaction is going to begin, so it's going to have to go pretty quick. So then once you have it nice and sealed, you're going to drop it in the bag, mush it up. And that is an explosion. Here we go with another. Let's try and seal this guy the best we can and see what kind of reaction we get. Oh, this is going to be tricky. And that's your explosion.
And we got a game.